Hey everyone, Jason here. I wanted to share the most important breathing technique that I know that can help you with your health, vitality, spiritual connection, physical healing, emotional integration, and also calming the racing mind or busy mind. And really it's how we breathed long ago. So technically it's not a technique, but because very often a lot of what we experience as human beings has been so reversed and distorted, a lot of stuff's the exact opposite of what we would expect. So with this technique, it's really reclaiming our old way of breathing, our old way of dancing with the body in a natural way where we wouldn't even need to think about it. But now, because we've drifted so far away from the natural world that now we're coming back more and more in tune with it, there's a certain level of consciously choosing the natural world versus a more synthetic world, or a more dominant world, or a more I create my world and I control everything in it, which can kind of happen, but not really. And so a lot of us have found that, and if you're watching this video, you're one that have learned, okay, I gotta surrender, I gotta listen to my inner guidance, I gotta trust my body, I'm being guided, I'm being impulsed, I'm being shown things, and I need to embrace it. And so that's what this breath is about, is this technique is really about a surrender to what is innately yours deep inside. And it takes a little bit of effort at first, but really the effort is blocking out the time. Like, so 5 minutes a day to do this breathing technique, which is something, if you've come to any of my ceremonies, my Galactic Breathing ceremonies, or if you've received a tarot and energy signature reading from me or a Sekhem healing, I get into this breathing, and basically all we're doing is a belly breath. And you've heard this before, I'm sure, a conscious belly breath. And so that's breathing in through the nose, the belly expands. Out through the mouth with ha, the belly collapses. Super simple, you keep it moving and fluid and smooth. Breathing in and letting go. And to help increase this, you breathe down into the tailbone, down in the root chakra, and that'll allow the belly to expand a little more. And you don't want to blast through the tension and tightness. If it's tight, that's a good thing. You want to like acknowledge that and love that and allow it to be as it is. Like, some people expect the belly to expand like this, but because so much has been held in this area energetically and with trying to control, and even the mentality that we have to have a tight core and six-pack abs and all that stuff, things have gotten really tight in there. And what happens is we'll do like more chest breathing, which raises the shoulders, raises the energy up into the head more. It'll kind of throw us off balance energetically and also physically, where when we use that ha breath, we breathe into the belly, use the ha, and helps us drop down and root into the ground. And so that's what I wanted to show and share with you guys today, is really it's as simple as closing the eyes, breathing in through the nose, touching the belly, allowing the expansion, and letting go with a ha. Immediately breathing back in again. You can bring in a smile if you like, and let go with ha. And that sound ha is really important. Ha. In and out. Expanding. Letting go. And the longer, the slower the exhale, the more we calm the nervous system. And we don't need to force everything out. This is just the surrender. It's an expansion and simply a letting go and allowing gravity to do the rest. Just breathing in, letting go. As you do this, you can play with bringing it up into the chest a little bit, breathing into the belly, up into the chest, but keeping the shoulders relaxed and calm, letting go. As you do this, you may feel tension, tightness, emotion, any number of things can come up, but just stay with the breath. Stay with that focus of the inhale and the sensation of the exhale. You may want to stretch a little, use that breath to expand the chest. Let go. And I like to sit on a couch cross-legged. You can sit on the floor, but for me, there's lots of couches and it's more comfortable. But ideally you want to be sitting up cross-legged or laying down. If you're lying down, you can get an even deeper belly breath. In fact, that's what I'll do first thing in the morning when I wake up, is I'll take 10 deep conscious breaths, filling the belly up into the chest, and then letting it go from like the tips of the toes to the top of the head. Let it go. And I guess it gets a digestion going. It gets like some pops and movement in the joints and the back and the spine. All kinds of things start to happen. And so that's really helpful too, to remember, like first thing in the morning, yeah, let me take these conscious breaths. And something else too, if your mind starts to like wander and you want a technique to help you drop into meditation quicker or to work with this breathing, is a very like advanced technique or practice. But with practice, it gets pretty easy, and it actually helps increase your psychic ability and your ability to tune into your intuition and your imagination. So as you breathe in through the nose, you're drawing energy down into the crown, releasing. Energy goes down into the earth. Breathing that expansion breath into the belly, the energy comes down into the crown. Breathing out, energy goes down into the earth. And then the next inhale, as you breathing that energy in, you're actually visualizing like energetically that you're breathing out down into the earth. So you're physically breathing in through the nose. Energetically, you're breathing out through the mouth at the same time down into the earth. And as you breathe in, you're breathing out energetically. As you breathe out physically, you're breathing in energetically. And so you just play with this. And it's a lot of fun because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of focus, but it'll help you stay with this breath. And then just notice what comes up, any kind of sensations. You want to breathe and lovingly acknowledge them. If emotion comes up, we want to breathe with it and love it and acknowledge it as like a child coming and wanting our attention and our presence. And you just choose the breath more than the thoughts, the ideas, the stories, the judgments. And we can always breathe bigger than any emotion. We can be that divine parent to that self. And this is what we work in with Galactic Breathing. The first round is really just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then guiding people to be the awareness, to be the witness, to be the consciousness that's able to navigate any and all things that happen in our human experience, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. It always comes back to the breath while we're here. And then the other 2 rounds are more for when you want a DMT experience, when you want to get to altered state of consciousness, and that's just optional. That's for those people that really want to get after it and have like a psychedelic experience without plant medicine. You don't actually need plant medicine. Once you've opened that door, whether through meditation or other practices or actually using that type of medicine, it's easier to go back. You remember and you always come back to it. And that's the same thing with our spirit, is as we do these breathing techniques, as we surrender and let go, there's a remembering that comes through naturally. And it's like, oh yeah, everything's okay. Oh yeah, I can do this. And that's where we get to the levels of consciousness. And that's another video. But as we breathe, we're expanding our consciousness. We're becoming more aware. And in that awareness, sometimes there's things that we didn't want to feel or experience. But as we do it with presence and surrender and knowing that we are healed, whole, and complete at a deep energetic level, we're able to shift and transform it. So I just wanted to share this with you because it's very important that a lot of people think that we need to do this really intense breath work to feel better and to be healthier and to increase our level of consciousness. So very often it is just this conscious breathing and lovingly acknowledging the body and filling the temple with each breath. The temple is the body. So if you'd like further assistance or guidance, please reach out. You can find my various offerings and events coming up at Jason Donaldson Healer. I'm going to be in Hawaii till August, then I'll be in Washington State, and then heading to Sedona, Arizona for a while, and Egypt. So I'll keep you all posted on that. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Aloha.